Alright, alright. I had a good week, 13-3 in the picks. Had some very tough losses, but 13-3 is awesome. I am in first place in the league by now a significant margin, and I'm actually tied for first place for most wins as well, so working out well. Let's start Tampa, Atlanta. I really didn't get to see much of this game because teams weren't in the red zone really all that often, but Freeman, I don't know quite what to make of this. Everything that I heard in the preseason and in the season so far indicated this guy wasn't ready, but dude's a baller. And honestly, Tampa Bay would have won this game if Raheem Morris didn't completely screw it up. You know, I did not like the decision to fake punt it when you have an offense that has been moving the ball. They should have punted it at the end instead of kicking the field goal. When they missed that field goal, it set up Atlanta to only have to go, what? 50, 60 yards. And if you punt it, you're making the Atlanta Falcons go 90. I would have gone with that, but he does seem to be over his head. Not a very good coach, but they had to pick somebody, right? But really, they played well. Antonio Bryant had a big game. Kellen Winslow was good. Never really got a chance to run the ball, but they were able to overcome that. Got a lot of pressure on Chris Redman. Obviously, Michael Turner got hurt and Matt Ryan got hurt, which is pretty much a black mark on the Atlanta Falcons' playoff hopes. But ultimately, they gutted it out. I mean, Chris Redman, really not all that bad of a player when you think about it. Tony Gonzalez, big game. Michael Jenkins, big game. Roddy White, big game. The guys that were still there did step up, and Atlanta had a lot of opportunities in this game to blow it, and they came out on top. So I was somewhat impressed by them not abandoning ship when everybody got hurt. Buffalo, Miami. I'm disappointed in Miami. Now, this game was closer than it looks. It was a 3-point game, and then Buffalo scored, what was it, 2 quick touchdowns in the last couple minutes off of Chad Henne interceptions. And Henne threw too much. He's a good quarterback. I like him, but he cannot take on that kind of responsibility in this offense yet. Although, I don't know why Ricky Williams was taking a pass. I mean, Henne, yeah, he threw too much, but I'd much rather have Chad Henne throwing the ball than Ricky Williams. I mean, that would have changed everything. I know they like to do the Wildcat thing where they throw the ball, but Ronnie Brown, he can do it. Ricky can't. I don't know why you try and force him in that kind of situation. But other than that, I thought Ricky played great, and I thought Henne played okay other than the late turnovers. But that'll kill you, and there you go, right? So this was a pretty close game, but Miami needed to win. They're pretty much done now. I think they're out of any kind of wild card race. And Buffalo, you know, it's exciting now. It's a little more fun. Fitzpatrick being a little more carefree with the ball, and it's working. Getting it deep to Terrell Owens, trying to get Lee Evans involved a little more. Fred Jackson's playing well. You got Fitzpatrick running down the sideline like 40 yards. It's great. It's a little more fun than what Trent Edwards was bringing to the table, which was just play it safe all the time. So I appreciate it, because Terrell Owens, he can still do things here and there. So might as well utilize it. Indy, Houston. Now, watching this game, I mean, I've seen Indy come back from big deficits all the time. It's not surprising to me that they came back from 17 down, but if you watch this game, that should not have happened. That was absurd. That was ridiculous that Houston was able to blow this game. They were unstoppable on their first 3 drives. Indianapolis was completely helpless to stop their offense. They were moving up and down the field, getting whatever they wanted, and Indianapolis had already had 2 failed drives. The game really should have been over, and I have no idea how Indy got back into it. But if Houston just kept doing what they were doing in the first quarter, basically, they probably would have dropped 40, 50 points on the Colts and won. But they got scared. They turtled the offense. I don't even quite know how to define it, but Schaub threw some really bad interceptions. And really, I just thought Houston got scared. After Indianapolis scored their first touchdown, Houston was so afraid of them coming back because they have so many Indianapolis comebacks hanging over their head. They were just intimidated, even though they were still in control of the game. And you saw what happened. Indy took a lead. They made some plays on defense. And really the game, they ended up winning by 8, but one of those Houston touchdowns was garbage time. So really, they won by more than that. And it was ridiculous how Indy was able to win this game handily, of all things. But, you know, great job all around by Indianapolis. I thought they played great. It's not a knock against them, but Houston really did kind of let them in there because they had this. Jets, Panthers, God. You know, I really felt good about Carolina going into this week. I had them as my underdog lock. I bet on it and everything. And God, I don't know what to do. I really talked myself into the Carolina running game. I talked myself into Julius Peppers, and well, this Carolina coaching staff, I don't get it. I have no idea that Jake Delhomme should never be put in a position where he even has the chance to throw 4 interceptions. He threw the ball 34 times, 25 total carries for D'Angelo and Jonathan Stewart in a game that Carolina lost by 11. So they were never down by some ridiculous margin. They should have been able to stick around in this one, and it's really strange because Sanchez played pretty mediocre. He was just kind of managing the game. The Jets didn't run the ball that great. Dustin Keller had that stupid fumble inside the 1-yard line, so that should have been and they had a missed field goal, and Sean Green lost a fumble. So all that should have combined to let Carolina back in this game, and they still lose by 2 scores. I don't know what it is, but I need to stop betting on Jake Delhomme. I need to stop. Cincinnati and Cleveland. I don't know what to say about this one, so I'll just say Brady Quinn has a little bit of a swagger that I didn't see in him before, and I like it. I know he didn't really play well in this game, but he's got a little bit of a swagger. I'd argue that nobody could play well in the Cleveland offense right now, so I'm looking at that. I'm thinking maybe he's the future. He's got a little bit of a swagger. He's got a little bit of confidence. I kind of like it. I am giving him a shot now. I really think he has an opportunity to do something. Nothing interesting from the Bengals side except for Larry Johnson running for 100 yards, which is hugely significant if he can keep that up, but, you know, it's the Browns. Redskins, Eagles. I think Andy Reid was drunk in this game. That's the only explanation I can come up with. It was, you know, the opening kickoff onside. You know, if it worked, it would have been awesome, but I don't know why you need to do something like that in a team when you're playing a team that you're much better than. Just play the game. Just play. If you play them straight up, you should be able to win. You shouldn't need to do anything fancy. That's for the underdog. You guys were heavy favorites. I don't get it. But they went for it on a couple of 4th downs, and I didn't really have a problem with it, but you do need to pick your spots, and it did feel like maybe Andy Reid was just kind of being a little over-aggressive with that. Other than that, it was a good game for them. Deshaun Jackson, oh my. I mean, there's been a huge debate recently about how good Deshaun Jackson ranks among the other NFL receivers, but you can say whatever you want about his reception total. You can say about how lucky he gets or whatever, but he's good for so many big plays. It's absurd how many big plays this guy makes. and it's great. And Washington, they played tough, they played well, but even when they were up 8, I was pretty confident Philly was going to come back, which is not something I always get from the Eagles side of things, but I felt like in this game, even when they were down 8 and they weren't looking that good, I thought, Washington's going to find a way to blow this game. And so they did. Now, I don't know exactly what it is, but Washington really hasn't played that badly lately, and I wonder if it did save Jim Zorn's job, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But, they took away the responsibilities from him, and it's worked. So, hopefully, other franchises out there can look at this and realize that sometimes you don't need to make a major adjustment, you just need to make a little one, and things will come together.